Hello, everybody, again for another episode of Cruisin the Planet. I'm your host, Ethan. Joined with us today is yet again.
Hey, I'm Jake, guys. How's it going?
We've reversed roles this time, and now it's going to be me interviewing Jake at home. Again, sort of. We're continuing the one-on-ones. No one else was able to make it today, even though we're kind of done with those. And I just want to get into talking about sort of everything going on when it comes to Texas reopening. Jake, you cool to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. I'm cool to talk about pretty much anything, really.
So my biggest, a little bit of announcement. We live in Texas. That's where the university is. That's where this podcast is hosted. Everybody works at the
Second
same
biggest
station.
state.
Big state. We just recently were one of the first to reopen and move to, I think, 25 to 50% operation. I know at the restaurant we're going 25%. Have you heard anything else about it, Jake?
Not really. Um, Not really. No, I just all I really know about it is that we are reopened, and I personally think it's a bit too early for that, especially
Right.
considering it's summer.
Right.
I think we should at least wait till fall to reopen personally.
Mhm.
And I know like some people need to get on with their lives, and some people need to get on with their jobs and shit. But sorry,
You're all right.
all right. But I don't know. I'm pretty baffled. Do you have anything you could use to further enlighten me on the whole reopening thing?
Well, everything is reopening, and it's obviously social distancing guidelines are still in play because America now has the most cases in the entire world compared to
Yeah.
everyone else individually. So no one is saying you have to go outside. However, jobs are opening back up, public spaces are opening back up. I know that the beach over in Granbury is back up and open,
Yeah.
which that's kind of where all this started. So I don't know if that's a tone deaf move or not.
I think it's
Um,
completely tone deaf personally.
I know that.
When it comes to some places that are very small, like restaurants,
Mhm.
like that's a potential hazard, but I think that's fine. But when it comes to like beaches, they're so big and so many people can fit on there
So
that I
uncontrolled.
think that it's very hard to control a beach. It's easy to manage a
Mhm.
um a restaurant. You know, it's easy to maintain the social distance at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I just got a notice that my CD is getting delivered today.
Nice.
Nice. But anyways, um yeah, I'm of the belief that the whole opening up of the beach, I don't know,
Yeah.
it's meh. It's I personally don't agree with it. Um,
So what
yeah,
about something like city parks?
I think city parks are fine because people don't usually go to the city parks.
Oh yeah.
You know, like it's one like it's mean to say, but like every time I go to a city park,
It's
at least
deserted,
in like small towns, yeah, no one's there. Like I
especially in
see like
Texas
maybe
during the
yeah,
summer.
I usually see like one or two people. In fact, me and my friends, like back when we were in high school, we'd always go to the park to walk around, and like
You were the
every
one.
time, yeah, we were like the ones. We saw like a couple people from our school, but they were like so far away that it's like, yeah, like beer. Like the thing is with a beach is everyone likes the beach, even one that's as like just kind of crummy as the one in Granbury. People
Right.
like it. No offense to Granbury Beach. I was born in Granbury, but I don't like beaches, so
You're just not a beach person.
I
One
just
question that I
don't
have
care for
seen,
sand.
one question I have seen a lot coming up in specifically Texas is like the reason for reopening is businesses. Do you think that Texas is trying to cater to businesses way too much?
Um,
Sort of like
yeah.
business health over people's health?
I mean, I feel like with some politicians, that's absolutely true. Like when it comes to, and mind you, I'm not a political expert, so like take
Right.
everything I say with a grain of salt. I think people like Dan Patrick are. I mean, I've never cared for Dan Patrick. I've always thought Dan Patrick was like a very like had his like own vested interests in mind, which just so happened to be the people who donated to him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that Greg Abbott was fine, but like I feel like he's opening the place a bit too early, you know.
Right.
So I don't know. I think it's split. I think it is split, and I think there are a lot of people who have a very vested interest. I mean, I think there's people on both sides. I think there's people who want it to open up for ill intent reasons. I think there's people who want it to be shut down for ill intent reasons. I think that keeping it shut down is ultimately the safer choice. But I don't know. I do think a lot of the people trying to open it up as quickly as possible are the people who have a stronger vested interest in um, in businesses over local health. But when it comes to someone like Dan Patrick, who has said, and I quote, and I like after this, I don't really want to talk about because I don't want to get super political on this
Okay.
podcast. But he said, and I quote, um, like there needs to be sacrifices to like ensure that like we get back to our lives, which
The
basically
people
translates
over
to
the economy over people argument.
yeah, let your grandparents die so we can have a good economy. And
Yeah.
it's like I don't buy that. And like with Trump said something along the lines of like, don't let the cure be worse than
Then the
well, don't
virus.
let the cure. Yeah. And it's like, man, I don't know. Like, I don't know what is and isn't good, but like,
Mass death.
yeah, it's like, it's hard. It's hard to like, we don't know anything about this virus, you know? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
it's hard. And
New symptoms seem to be popping up relatively frequently.
yeah.
But
And
you said you wanted to go
I,
into a lighter topic, and I
yeah.
have that for you. Recently
All
on Twitter, it applies to this whole business thing, but in California, all the businesses are still shut down, and Elon
right.
Musk
Okay.
was getting vocal on social media, as you know he does.
Yeah, I know.
If he does come over here, how do you think we're going to handle his kid's name? I know that's the biggest thing going on right now.
I
I just explained it to
didn't
Kirk actually,
I did not watch the Joe Rogan episode with Elon Musk,
right?
but I think he explains it on there.
Oh
So that's
yeah,
all I really have to say on that is that yeah, I think if you want to know what it is, I would watch the Joe Rogan episode with Elon Musk. Because I still don't know how to pronounce it because I haven't
right.
seen the episode, but apparently he explains it. So,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
I mean, even aside from that, but like, you're familiar with the sort of concept of like you once you become a meme, that everything about your life is completely different and
Oh
changed,
no, oh absolutely, Elon Musk ruined that kid's life.
right?
I don't even necessarily think it was Elon's fault. I personally play most of the blame on Grimes, but Elon is definitely approved of it. You know, like so they're both completely at fault for naming their kid that.
Right.
You know, like from everything I've seen, it's been predominantly like a Grimes choice in terms of like how that kid is being named.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and also I don't care for Grimes' music all that much. That's a hot take. I know not
Whoa.
a lot of people, not a lot of people will vibe with that, but I've never been able to get into an album by Grimes. Um, but that's not the reason why I think that she's the one responsible. Like if I got the feeling that Elon was predominantly the reason why that kid was named that stupid name, like
Mm-hmm.
I'd be calling him out. But I genuinely do think that it's like she was the one who had the idea, and he was the one who was complicit in letting her name it. Which, God, that kid's gonna be bullied like crazy. Oh my God.
Right.
Yeah, it's
I've heard a lot of
sucks for him.
arguments for and against those individualist names. Do you have any opinions that revolve around that, giving your kids something extra special?
I'm of the opinion that ultimately, like, name your kid what you want. It's your kid. Like even Elon and Grimes can name their kid that. But I mean, if you like, if you're not keeping track, like, if you're not keeping aware of like how cruel kids can be,
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know, don't be surprised whenever XA on
it's Ash.
A12 gets
X Ash
Ash.
A12.
Oh my God,
The letter
Jesus.
Ash.
Yeah, okay, I remember that. I remember she tweeted that out. X.
No,
I'm
yeah,
just gonna call him Ash. But yeah, like
right.
in a situation like that,
Kids
like
are awful.
Ash is gonna. Yeah, kids are terrible. He's gonna get bullied. You know. Yeah.
Kids are not. I mean, Lord of the
I don't.
Flies.
I
Just
don't have patience
Lord
for
of the
kids. I can't.
Flies.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't have patience for kids, dude. I could not be a teacher. I could
Mhm.
not be an educator. I couldn't like be a social worker. I have genuinely just no patience for kids. I'm nice to them when they're around me and they're being nice, but like, man,
They turn
I
on you
just
so
I
fast.
oh my god, yeah. They
They're
turn on
awful.
you. They're like they're at like most of them are at like an age point where they can just get like they just know they can get away
They've never
doing
had
whatever they want.
consequences.
Yeah, they've never been hit in the back of the head.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
I'm not advertising for beating children, but quite
No,
honestly,
I'm not either. But
I am not a fan of uh, having to deal with. I'm proficient in dealing with children because in Boy Scouts growing up, it was a lot of volunteering, the older boys taking care of the younger boys, and there's a big difference between like 16, 17 years old and 9 years old. It's a
yeah.
big difference, a lot of patience, right? But
hmm
sometimes you just got to be like, hey, get out of here. Like, go back to your tent, leave me alone. And then they just sit there and they
Yeah.
scream, and you're like, cool.
I couldn't do that. I would be pulling my hair out.
Oh yeah.
hmm Kids are awful, man. Oh my god.
When you give them responsibility or some sort of like, even if
Structure.
they, yeah, some sort of structure, they do pretty well. They don't usually
It's because
break
they're
down too
distracted.
quickly. What now?
Yeah. It's because they're distracted.
Yeah, I don't. I try not to think of it as a distraction because it usually ends up being a sour outlook on things. But
I already
distractions are
have a
useful.
huge I already have a huge sour outlook on most kids. I mean, some kids I think are great, but like
You find those to be the exception.
yeah, I definitely find those to be the exception. You
So do
know,
we? A couple of predictions now. How do we expect the the most recent Musk child to sort of grow up in? Are we thinking public school, private school, something
oh, they're
interesting?
absolutely going to throw him into a private school. There's no doubt about it. They have it's Elon Musk and Grimes. Like they can put him in whatever school they want to. They're totally going to put him into a private school, which I genuinely think is going to like I don't know. It's hard to say, but yeah,
Have
probably
you
private
ever
school.
been in private school, Jake? Did you do a private
No,
education?
no, I've never done private. My dad has though.
I've had a bunch of friends in private education, and they've told me it is completely crazy.
Yeah, no,
Like
my
it's
dad's told me
insane.
stories. Can I give one of my dad's
Go
like
ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
private?
No. Yeah.
Okay, so one time my dad got like in trouble at this private school, and
Mhm.
to
Was
like put into perspective, this was like a religious
okay.
what?
I was about to ask. Was it one of the religious ones?
This yes, my dad is like not religious at all. Like probably one of the most atheist people you could meet. The only
Hmm.
person I think is more atheist than him is I don't know, but the thing is about my dad
Yeah.
is that his parents are like Seventh Day Adventists, you
Hmm.
know, so like they're like a step away from like Waco, you know,
Right.
so they're pretty
Pretty
um
hardcore.
they're not cults. It's not a cult, but it is like a very like strict,
Very
like you gotta be
hardcore.
hardcore stuff. So like they didn't like my dad knew he was an atheist at like the age of 6. So they sent him to this private school. They sent him to a lot of places, but they sent him to this private school. And while he was there, he got in trouble by I think the dean or something. So his punishment was to paint the bathroom.
Hmm.
You know what he did?
Mm.
He painted the bathroom, all of it.
Oh.
Mirrors, toilets,
Oh no.
sinks,
Oh no. I'm
signs,
assuming the
the
punishment was
floor.
like the punishment was like paint the walls of the bathroom.
No, yeah, absolutely. No, he painted over everything. Like the toilets wouldn't work, the mirrors wouldn't work. And the thing is he
Goodness.
didn't get in trouble with it because the dude's like request was so vague that it was like, I told you to paint the bathroom. You clearly painted the bathroom.
Right.
Like, I know, like, it's like, I know you, like, messed with me, but, like, someone who's stupid, which I think you're stupid, could get away with that. But, spoiler of the story, my dad is, like, the head of OR. Or, like, no, he's that's like a CEO of, like, a medical institute. So it's like, who's laughing now?
Right. Got him. Showed
Yeah.
you. Showed you,
Yeah.
old man.
Yeah.
Nice. So, with everything opening back up and the fact that we now have to deal with entering society again, I know the restaurant's gotten busy. Are you looking forward to anything, Jake, or are you still trying to be in a hermit town?
I'm Ethan, I've always been a hermit.
I
That's
know.
just a given with me. Like, it's probably gonna be nice going to like a Whataburger, like, and not having to take the drive-thru and just like sitting down and just that would be nice, and being able to throw my food like when
Yeah.
I leave. That'll be probably nice, but it's like honestly, there's just not much that's gonna be changed for me. Like
Right.
I already live by myself here all the time. So
Mhm.
it's like it's all good. You
Are you
know, it's
worried
all
about
chill.
anything opening back up? Are you concerned that like us lackadaisical nature when you go and get groceries or things like that?
Oh no, I'm definitely worried about that because it's already sort of happened. We've had more cases of corona since it opened up. Not
Yep.
like a whole bunch, but like enough to be like, hey, maybe we should pull the brakes on this. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried about it, but I don't know. I'm not worried about me. You know, to put things in a very selfish life, I'm gonna be fine because social isolation is just part of the Jake package. You
Uh-huh.
know, I've been doing it before they came up with a dang term for it.
Right.
But for everyone else, it's like, yeah, I'm worried. Like, some people are gonna get hurt out there. That's just what happens.
Right.
You know. hmm
So,
And it's especially bad for people who are like vulnerable and have to get back to work. Those are the
immunocompromised.
people I'd say are like the ones. Yeah, the ones who are like have no choice,
Right.
like they just need to work to survive, but they're still like really old and haven't retired yet. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Or
those
even
are the
the
ones I'm
young
the
people with
most.
any heart condition, any lung condition.
Yeah, no, same. People like that too. But like people like that who are forced to go back to work, those are the people I'm probably most worried about because it's not like they have a choice.
Right.
You know,
Because
like
if Texas is open, there is no working from home. There is no option there. It's like like at Montana's, they said they were like, "Hey, like doors open. Here's a new schedule. You work every single day this week." And I was like, "Hey, I can't." And they were like,
oh
"Figure
no.
it out." So I think that's the main attitude for a lot of businesses was like, "We put up with your demands," which wasn't really a demand. It was more of like a nice thing to do, but I think there's a lot of
It,
businesses that are like, you owe us
yeah.
that time now. You wasted time. At least in Texas. Like,
Yeah. hmm Yeah, that's I don't know, man. Like that
you all right?
sucks.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything. I don't have anything else to say about it. I'm not super nuanced on like working from something like that specifically in this time because I don't.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it's
but yeah,
just
that's crummy.
big and complicated and upsetting. Have
hmm
you gotten into anything new and fun, Jake? Anything on the
Um,
enjoyment side of things? I know you've been watching a lot of Breaking Bad.
about a, I I finished Breaking Bad. I'm on to Better Call Saul. Got
That's
finished
right.
with
Better
season
Call
one of
Saul.
that. I'm taking a bit of a break from it right now. I actually recently started watching Waco.
Waco.
And yes, Waco. And I've been really. It's like it's hard to talk about it without getting like really political because it's a very like anti ATF. Which I've never been a big fan of the ATF, anyways. But yeah, no, Waco's great. Waco is like, I'm watching it mainly as like,
Is it a
sort of
documentary about the Waco siege?
the siege.
Oh, I
Yes, it's
see.
about the Branch Davidian siege with David Koresh.
Got it.
Which it's I don't know, it's cool watching like fiction like that while having like kind of a minor vested interest in it. Like Branch Davidian has never been like my cult of interest, I'd say. Like I've always like thought that oh, what was it? I forgot the name of it. It's been a long time, but my favorite has always been, it was this like this cult based in Christianity, and it was somewhere in Africa. And the reason why it was so dangerous was because like towards the end of the cult's life, they like barricaded everyone in the church and then set it on fire.
Oh.
So that one was pretty brutal. Waco is interesting because it's like David Koresh was clearly not a good person. And I know like the Waco show really likes to paint him in a sympathetic light. David Koresh wasn't good, but like a lot of people at that, like the deaths at that cult were not because of David Koresh. It was like entirely like the ATF screwing up and getting a lot of innocent people killed. You know, a lot of innocent people who just decided to follow this like crazy dude with a messiah complex who thought he was Jesus.
Sort of an unfortunate of unfortunates.
Yeah, it's like
that's how it's painting out.
Yeah, I don't like this. Like when it comes to cults, it's really easy to paint it as like, oh yeah, this thing was his fault. It was not like David Koresh's fault those people died that day. You know, you look at something like Jonestown and like there's audio recordings. You can literally listen to like Jim Jones poisoning all those people. It's clearly the cult leader's fault.
Right.
You know, Heaven's Gate, it's clearly Applewhite's fault. You know, that all these people are dying. But when it comes to Branch Davidian, it's like, that's not the case, you know? Like, yeah, maybe eventually it'll get to a point where David Koresh is going to kill all his people, but it never went to that. You know, the ATF came in and killed them all before he did.
Right.
You know? Which is, I don't know. So yeah, like, I don't approve of like the kind of stuff David Koresh did, but like the death at Mount Caramel didn't need to happen.
Yeah. It's an unnecessary motion.
Oh, absolutely, it was unnecessary. I mean, it was at a time when the ATF was getting like super incredibly militarized, like to the point to where it's like something had to stop them.
Right.
But
unfortunately, it always has to be we've made a mistake and it costs so much.
Yes, like I would say the Waco siege is probably the biggest blow to the ATF's PR. And like since Ruby Ridge, really, which is what they reference in the show, is they reference the whole Ruby Ridge case.
What was the Ruby Ridge case?
There's this case in, I think, Idaho, where a bunch of white separatists were like held up in a cabin out in the middle of nowhere, and they were going to, I think, like they were given like an kill on sight order, and when they were aiming for one of them, they accidentally like shot and killed the wife of one who was like an innocent, just kind of bystander.
Yeah.
And it was just a situation where like a lot of innocent people ended up dying due to like faulty information and like misplaced orders. And it was
like a rush to execute orders that weren't thought through.
Yes, and that's sort of kind of what happened with the Waco siege. You know,
just an increase, a ratcheting of tension.
Yeah, like just like this increase of like, we don't know what's going on in there. We don't know, because like I mean the series is dramatized. So I have no idea how true it is, but like according to the thing, it's like they were trying to get information on like whether or not they had guns in there, like illegal firearms. And when they when they were about to do the siege, they're like, they don't know, and like we don't know if they have like firearms here, and they know we're coming to raid them.
Yeah,
you know, so it's like mix those things together, get like a bunch of ATF guys armed, and get a bunch of like Branch Davidians armed, and like that tension builds. And I have no idea if this is what happened in real life, but in the show, like it was basically a dog came up, barked at an ATF agent. He shot it, and then the ATF was like, "Oh, shots fired! Open fire on him."
Oh,
You know, and it's like, man,
that's rough.
yeah. But yeah, I've been watching Waco. Waco is interesting. The whole Waco siege is such an interesting case. I want to start watching. I recently got all the Hannibal Lecters on DVD, and I've been meaning to watch
The
Red Dragon.
old ones or the new ones?
The old movies that had like Red Dragon,
Right.
Hannibal Rising, Silence of the Lambs.
They were made twice though.
Yeah, I did not get Manhunter. I did not get Manhunter. You know, that'll be probably a purchase for another time. But those I've been intending to watch. I mean, I have a lot of movies that I need to watch. Like I bought Tropic Thunder, haven't watched that yet. Uncut Gems, haven't watched that. Yeah, Tropic Thunder is fun. From what I've seen, I haven't seen the whole thing. Uncut Gems I haven't seen yet.
I'm told that's very good.
I need to see The Ring. Not The Ring, like I've seen The Ring, but Ringu, the Japanese version. I bought that a while ago and haven't had a chance to watch it. Same thing with Ju-on. It sucks because like I have a lot of horror films, and I'm really big fan of horror, but it's like I almost have this like obligation to try and like watch it in a specific mood. I recently watched not Deer Hunter. I got Deer Hunter in the mail the other day. I recently watched Taxi Driver with my mom for Mother's Day. Or no, it might have been, no, it wasn't Mother's Day. No, it was Mother's Day. Because I hung out like
4 days ago.
A day before Mother's Day. Huh?
4 days ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we watched Taxi Driver. And that was pretty good. Day. I know, right? That was she basically said like, Jake, find a movie, it could be anything. And I was like,
Taxi Driver.
No, what happened was like I was like, you know what? Like I kind of want to watch, I know I already have it on DVD, but I kind of want to watch Red Dragon. And she's like, oh, I love that book. That book was great. Let's let's do it. And I looked up Red Dragon on the streaming thing. It wasn't there, but the first result was Taxi Driver. And I was like, hey mom, what about Taxi Driver? You ever seen it? And I forgot what she said, but she was like, I don't know. Like she agreed to it, but yeah, no, that was a fun one. That was a fun one.
That was good. If you're looking for something in a similar vein, it's a recreation of the journalistic period when all of the Zodiac murders were going down. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, I have that one. Zodiac?
Yeah,
that's
Zodiac.
A good film.
It's
I've seen that
good.
one. That is a very good one, yes.
Secondary, I guess like B grade, not B grade, but like lower level production was Nightcrawler. Has Jake Gyllenhaal again as the protagonist this time. No. Yes. Jake Gyllenhaal is the protagonist in this one where he's he films crime scenes and stuff, and he's a contractor for news sources, and it just goes through this possible psychopath's life.
All right.
Nightcrawler, yes.
All right.
It had very limited distribution. It was only on streaming for a little while. Very good. Just a testament to what Jake Gyllenhaal is able to do in quotes of range.
Yeah, gotcha. But yeah, no, I mean, I have so much DVDs that I just need to just buckle down. Like, I see that. I still, now is absolutely the time. I see like The Rise and Fall of ECW, Deer Hunter. I got Godfather 2 the other day, which I hear is really good.
And you said you have something in the
Reservoir
mail?
Dogs. I have a CD coming in the mail today.
Okay.
Which yesterday I was kind of scared because my tracking told me my CD was going to be delivered to my place, and I opened the box and like the tracking didn't say it got delivered, but like it said it was still in transit. But like I opened the box and I got a letter from the apartment one below me.
Ooh.
So like I'm 26, they're 25. And like those are not obviously not the real numbers, but I was 26, they're 25, and I got 25's letter. And I went to like knock on their door and they weren't there.
Yeah.
So I like wrote on a like just a disposable piece of like paper towel. Like,
Yeah.
I left your thing at the office. Please come get it. And I left the thing in the office. Like, I put it in the office mailbag. And yeah, so I'm just hoping that my package, my CD, gets
Doesn't get mixed up.
not the, yeah, like it's not the one that is getting delivered today, but hopefully it is, because that means there wouldn't be a mix up. But
Nice.
yeah.
So it was. So the original mix up was that you got the floor below you's mail.
Yes, I mean a letter from the floor. I think the apartment next to me.
Okay.
So I got their letter,
Mhm.
and they weren't home when I went to drop it off, and I was like kind of freaking out. I was like, I don't know what to do. I'll just leave a note and like put it in like the mailbox of the
Mhm.
of the main office,
Yeah.
and that's good.
That's pretty responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Sorry, I'm
Yes. No, you're good. Don't worry about it.
Stretch. Small complaint I have real fast is if you have an employee who works 2 jobs, please don't schedule them to work both jobs in the same day. That doesn't mean coordinate, but whenever I tell you I have availability, I have availability, man.
They don't care. They're like, well, your other job should conform to us because we're clearly the more important one.
But you're not, man. I am. It's just inconsiderate is all. It upsets me.
Yeah. I mean, what can you do? Like, yeah, it's inconsiderate and it sucks.
I have to go get someone to cover for
But it's
me.
like,
while I got a phone call while on air.
I know.
Which wasn't very nice. Anyways.
It's like weird that they expect you to be like physically in 2 places at the same time.
Yeah. And
it's like that's not possible yet, dude.
Yeah. And like I understand that they're
like
dealing with everyone's individualized schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So I see the difficulty there, but when I cleared things up in advance, you still don't get to call me and tell me like, hey, I was like, I had told you this. I've given you multiple warnings on this one. And I'm only upset because they called me on air. Like, that's it.
Oh yeah, no, that would make me upset too. Like, anytime I get like a call, I just like I hang up and like I call back. And it's like it's one of those things where like, yeah, I should probably keep my phone on like vibrate when I get in there.
Right.
And normally I do, but on the off chance that I don't and that gets picked up, it's just waited like a minute.
Yeah,
we would have been good. We would have
I've got
been
the
good.
schedule here. Like, no break on the sheet is more than 2 minutes, so it's really just like the most unfortunate window to be caught in when something like that happens.
Absolutely.
Just on air things.
Yeah,
Jake.
Oh, absolutely. Just on air things. It's great, man.
Hey, one thing I have figured out. When you do morning edition, so like tomorrow morning, if you can, do you know how to use the slider light? Sorry, podcast listeners, we're moving into just like communicating as friends now.
Oh, yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know how to use it. I normally just don't. Why? What's up?
I recommend it from like morning edition because the studio gets to be dark. The sun is still coming up. You know what I mean? And like all you have is just like front light just on the console. The atmosphere makes it feel like a morning show.
Okay, yeah,
so much better. Oh, dude,
I've always liked the atmosphere of the slide light, but I never really used it because I was always just like, oh, here's a switch. It's like right here in front of me. The slider light's like has the slider and it's like the little touch thing and it's like alien compared to the thing I'm used to, which is
just three things over, man.
Just a 1-2 flipper.
1-2.
No, but it looks alien. It looks like
sure does.
Yeah, no, it looks alien. It's like, man, that thing's gonna like turn off the radio station if I mess with it. I better not.
Speaking of aliens, last night we had a conversation with whether or not aliens were real in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Any thoughts?
they are.
What?
They are. I don't think they care to visit us, so I think most of the UFOs are like hoaxes. But
All
if
right.
you don't think there's other life out there, like, bruh, you know, like,
Are you using the sort of argument of like the possibility of us being the only ones?
yeah, the Fermi paradox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Fermi paradox. You know, like,
Walk us through that
there's literally
in case we don't know. In case I don't know.
the Fermi paradox. The Fermi paradox is just the idea of like it's impossible to like know that there's like other like it's like the world, like the universe is so big that like we should be expecting life from other planets, but why haven't we like made contact with them yet? You know, it's odd, but yeah, no, I do think there's life. I don't think there's a whole lot of intelligent life though. You know, like I think the intelligent life,
mushroom planets.
Yeah, it's like a lot of microorganisms and whatnot mainly.
That makes a lot of sense because those can't survive inside of a sun.
But yeah, they can't survive inside. Yeah, and it's also a matter of like we're just really like it's crazy how much of a crapshoot the whole like us evolving out of nowhere is. You know,
right?
Like us evolving to the point to where we can literally like melt silicone into like a microchip. I know that's probably not the process, but like the fact that we have like
you get a really hot candle, and you get some glass, and you just kind of, you like get it in your hands, and you just then you plug that you plug that bad boy into a computer. That grows off of a tree, of course.
You get like 30 extra gigabytes to store documents and all that good stuff. But yeah, no. I think that like intelligent life is just incredibly rare. Like there's no doubt that aliens exist, but I don't know. I don't know why. Like I don't know why aliens are. I don't know. It's weird.
Like you don't know why there was.
I don't know. I don't know what I was trying to say. I'm just kind of rambling at this point.
All right.
You know, because I'm really tired. Well, I'm not really tired. I'm awake now, but like.
Well, little peek behind the curtain, everybody. Right before this episode, Jake was asleep. Actually.
Yeah.
He forgot that we were recording today.
I completely forgot. It completely slipped my mind.
Shame on
you. Shame on me, man. What are you talking about, dude? Yeah, no, I stayed up really late last night and like up till 3, and it got to a point where I was really tired. I was like, it's fine. I'll stay up late. I don't have any I don't work tomorrow. And then like I was getting my notifications on my phone. I was like, oh, what do these guys want? I was like, oh yeah, responsibilities.
What's this Joker need? Oh no, the thing I said I was cool for.
Yeah, man. Nah, but I'm here.
Quite honestly, we were only about like 8 minutes late, which is fine when we're recording something. I just have to get out of the studio at a certain amount of time is all. That was my worry.
No, yeah, you're good. Fortunately, like I'm pretty smart, so whenever like
I remember something, you're pretty smart.
Yeah, so like I was like, wait a minute, like while I was still asleep, like while I was still like not even like half awake, we're talking 1/3. I was like, oh wait, what time is it? What time is it?
Yeah.
And I opened my eyes up. It's like 10:04. Oh man, I'm late.
Uh-oh.
We're supposed to record this at 10.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's good. We're good, and I'm here.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still got ourselves I got ourselves a good lengthy episode out of this one. Do you have anything else that you'd like to talk about, Jake? Anything specific? Anything special?
Oh man, what would Jake like to talk about? Nothing really, honestly. Just
all right.
Just vibing, dude. Having a good day.
That is good. I hope you have your nice, relaxing rest of your day, and I'm gonna move into the final script if you don't mind.
Sounds good to me, man.
All right, everybody. This has been your episode of Cruisin the Planet, where you can find something to do in and around Stephenville every week. If you've enjoyed the show, don't forget to recommend us to your friends. If you want to find more things made by us, follow the links in the description, or announcement from this week, go to our new website at kxtr.com. It was created by yours truly, and you can make fun of it all you want as long as you interact with our social media page. If you have any questions or suggestions, ask them in the comments or on Twitter using the hashtag CruisinQuestion, and we might just read your question on the show. It hasn't happened yet, so you have a chance of being the first.
Be the first. Be the change that you
Be
want
the
to see.
change that you want to see. Interactions on Twitter. All right, Jake, thank you very much for waking up early and coming in. Okay. Bye,
Bye.
Snail Jake. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a good day.